Okay, so
can I just shoot. Marriage without delay. Can I just make a note about as a GitHub issue on that, and then if it comes up, we can talk about it. Because I'm going to forget until you know what I mean.
Okay. So Blake, Aubrey, Matt, are you listening to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What is
Go
it?
ahead.
Should I say it, get it over with now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't remember who, somebody put an issue, well done, on GitHub about whether you can use a probate and family court form in both district court and probate and family court. The issue was you wrote about the issue in GitHub, you said you're going to check with Katie Milton, and then you closed the issue. So it doesn't say what the issue doesn't say what Katie said. So if you guys can reopen the issue and just indicate that Katie said you could do it, I think that's helpful for the future, because it's just like this question and then closed.
So you don't have to reopen it. You can actually just add a comment without reopening it. But yes, part of the useful part about issues is documenting the decisions that were made and why. So when you close an issue, and even when you close an issue with a commit for some kind of fix, making sure that, you know, there's a note on like how that came about is also very useful. So closing with some explanation.
So maybe we should include that in our meeting, which looks like it's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. And then the other thing I'm realizing, which I didn't even think about yesterday when I talked to her, I was talking to her anyway, so I just asked her the answer because it was bugging me. But you guys might want to add in your instructions to your users that even though the form says probate and family court, you can use it in district court, because that's one of those things, you know, think it's confusing for us. How do you think people at probate who are filing the form are going to think about it, right?
Good catch, Caroline. Okay, so have you guys noted that?
Yeah, I wrote that down. Thank you, Caroline.
Okay, and we'll cover that tomorrow in the issue meeting. So if everyone on the call, if you haven't already, I think most of you have, if you could just indicate your availability for the GitHub issues meeting. I realize
what channel is that in? That's the
assembly line channel, the main channel. And then another announcement is that Quentin put a code snippet in the code channel with a line that needs to be included in your interviews, or a snippet that needs to be included in your interviews. So if you haven't already, can you please go have a look at that? If you are confused or stuck, comment in the channel. If you break something, comment in the channel, anything like that, you know? But it's just important to include that, please. Okay, so Kate, what time do you have to leave for your doctor's appointment on Friday? Would you be able to do like half an hour?
I could do a half hour because I have to get to can't go to my normal doctor because they aren't taking in-person people because of COVID, so I have to go further away. So it's like a half-hour drive for me. So I have to go to a different branch.
Maybe we do 20 minutes.
I could also meet at, I'm sure it's going to be super quick. So I'd be probably back by 11. And then I have the rest of Friday.
Let me speak with thank you, Caroline. Let me speak with Alex and we can liaise offline, okay?
Yeah, because I can definitely do either a half hour or anytime after 11.
Okay. Perfect, thank you.
Or the lobby in the doctor's office, right?
Yeah.
Just a sec, doctor.
I don't know if they're going to let
finish this spot.
I have no idea what they're doing. They probably will.
Might make you wait on the sidewalk and then text you when they're ready to see you.
Or in your car,
if you have a car, right?
You might be taking the T. You won't really wait on that, going round and round and round.
They really don't want you coming in if you're using the T. Yeah.
Okay, back to the meeting. Right. So
we're recording this.
First on my screen is Eric. So Eric, Sam, I'm not sure Mark's still writing or what the story is. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. I'm working on a list collect. I'm trying that out. But I have an issue with summing the totals with the for loop. Syntax error. I was going to drop that in the code channel.
Okay, perfect. And I saw Sam, I think you also dropped an issue in. Was that resolved?
Yeah, I dropped an issue. For now, it looks good. the documentation was a little confusing with the more or less buttons. And Lily dropped the code from the documentation in, so I would say resolved for the moment. It was just like a feature I was trying to add. I do have another issue that I'm going to probably drop in pretty soon. Maybe someone knows like a quick fix to it, but with over and over, if that's a common issue that anyone has seen before, could use some help with that, because that's like every time we use a show if, which shouldn't be happening.
Yep, that is a fairly common issue. Yeah.
I'll post a suggestion on the code channel for you, Sam, and tag you.
That'd be very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then could we do another demo next week?
Yeah, next week would be good. Early
Okay.
next week for sure.
And have you filled out your availability on the, both of you guys, have you filled out your availability on the meeting schedule?
Yeah, I'm available for every time you mentioned. So.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Play hard to get, Sam. God. Sam's the only one. Like Vinny's like one session. Sam's like all of them.
Free time.
Okay, perfect. Great stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to capture some of those issues in GitHub as well. Okay, and then it's just James. Oh, and Jason. You guys are going to be demoing today. Eleni said she's working on her internship, so it's going to be handed over to you guys. Is there anything you want to raise prior to your demo, or are we just going to go ahead with the demo later?
I think just the demo. Yeah, we don't have really anything new from yesterday. More just we'll show at the demo what we have so far.
Perfect. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, and then we've got Mia, who's representing Mia and Vinny. Vinny is writing his MPRE today.
Yeah, so I just moved on to Finola and Sinead's form, the limited appearance one,
Yeah.
and I've been working on that code this morning, and then looking at the issues that are in GitHub, and then I think they already started the testing templates and stuff, so I like that is probably what I'll end up moving on to, if not like later this afternoon, probably tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. Well, you just check in. I think you checked in already with Michelle, who guided you on the GitHub stuff. If you need any help with the testing, then just let me know. Bless you, Eric. Okay.
I actually did have a question though. Is there an SME for this form?
Notice of limited appearance. I think we were using Kate.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Okay, and then Aubrey, Blake, and Matt, we've already got an update from Caroline, but maybe if you could just give us an update on where you guys are at.
So we're kind of just been going through our testing today for our second run to make sure that all the testing templates are uniform, and that when people who didn't design the test and go through it, they won't be confused by what we put.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, that's a good exercise. So I think, where did we stand with, yours is at MVP, right? It's the same place as Mia and Benny's fault?
Yeah, I think so, where it's ready to be sent to the court and we can test alongside that.
Okay, perfect. So we need to just speak about that in the admin side and see what needs to be done to do that. I think it's the test server it needs to get put up onto. Is that correct, Quentin? Oh, okay. Bye, Quentin.
I have a couple minutes, but sorry, say the question one more time. I'll answer before I go.
What has to happen when an interview is ready to go to the courts?
Well, it has to be to install it on our testing server. So I'd love to kind of walk through those last steps with a few people. Perfect. Or one person who would be willing to record it. Okay. So that everyone can do it and they don't get stuck.
Perhaps could you reach out to Matt, Blake, and Aubrey about doing that? I think prior to doing it, we just want to go through the interview. Like, have you made any changes since the last review?
Yes.
We needed to go through that again. Okay, so next week sometime, I think we'll do another review with, on the same day as Eric and Sam. Perhaps we can fit in 2 half-hour slots. So I don't think, how many changes? Have you made any major changes?
No, just like edits to the wording from last time.
Okay. So we just need to.
Another thing is once we install it, it's anyone can go and click the button to update it. So we kind of want to set up the links so it's easy for the court to use, but you can always go back and refresh the version that's installed so it has the latest code from GitHub.
That'll probably be important to show in the video as well. Okay, perfect. So perhaps we can use that as the one to show to record if you guys, even if just one of you are on that call with Quentin. I think if I would even feel comfortable if you gave us the link to run through the interview, and between the admins we all just went through it. I'm not sure if we actually need a whole full call again, especially if you've just made minor language changes.
Yeah, and just remember to add that sentence about using it at the district court, even though it says probate and family court on the template.
Do you have a suggestion for what page to put that on? Just like the courthouse selector, or on the final preview?
I think it's the final. I'm trying to remember, do you guys have the instructions on a screen as well as on a printed out cover sheet for the users?
Yeah, we have a next steps page that I think that's where you want us to put it.
And when your next step is, is it like a page in the final output, or is it only a screen?
Yeah, they can print it out too. They get a form with the
Okay, yeah, so it would be, that's where you would put it.
Okay.
And I leave it to you to think of a sensible place. It's probably wherever you're talking about where you're going to file, like take this to the court and file it, or however you're going to just say, in case you're getting in touch with a district court, just know that even though it says probate and family court at the top, you can still file there.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So once you've done that amendment, could you just drop me a link, and I'll make sure that we've all, at least, people who need to sign off on it have signed off on it. And then from there, you can set up a call with Quentin to put that on the test server for the court. Okay. So that is all the teams for today. Nick and Jack, Nick is, I think he's at the PD's office today again, but he said by Friday he will have time to show us the CRA. I know on Fridays we don't do that, but I was thinking if we finish at 12:45, if we could just schedule half an hour. Caroline's like, are you saying yes? I don't know.
Yes, no, I'm saying definitely yes. I really don't think casual Friday should take precedence over people showing off their work.
So we do 15 minutes of that into casual Friday. So we have half an hour. So 1:45 to 1:15. And he can show us what he's done on the CRA form. And then we can have casual Friday. Okay, I'm going to stop recording so we can move over to, let me ask, does anybody else have anything they want to add?
I think the Redis multi-user, the Redis part of the multi-user, the multi-user part of the multi-user interview, like underlying structure is good. I'd like a review on that sometime, but at the same time, I need to develop the signature choice, like the device choice. And if Quentin or someone has time to talk about the architecture for that and like the choices, pros and cons, that would be good.
Because Quentin's not on the call, I think that it's probably best to just drop him a message.
Never mind, I didn't even notice. Bye, Brendan.
When you talk about the review for the Redis multi-user, do you mean a Quentin, David, some other Lily review, or you mean a user type review?
Both. I mean, like people to go through it and try it out, even in I have a demo version, and I'd like people to try it out. I need to decide whether that needs to happen before or after the device choice. But if you are willing to do that, that would be
definitely.
Okay.
And I have been having this haunting thought for a couple of days. Were we supposed to, was there a meeting between 4 and 6 yesterday afternoon? Or is it today? Or did we talk about a meeting between 4 and 6? No?
I don't remember anything like that.
I don't remember that.
Okay,
yeah, nothing.
Maybe it's somebody else. I thought we were supposed to meet for something, and I've just been thinking, what day is it? What am I supposed to be doing? Okay.
I will say I have a hard time knowing what day it is, so I hear you there.
Well, I woke up this morning thinking it was Saturday, and I thought, I can sleep in. And then I woke up and realized it was Wednesday, and I thought, I can't face the day, and then I went back to sleep.
It was a public holiday here on Monday, and someone wasn't open, and I was like, why aren't you guys open? So I didn't even react. Anyway, time has no more meaning. We're going to switch over now to Jason and James. 1 second.